when we get into the book, because this to my understanding, of course, we're going to get into this now. This plays very much into that theory of what appears on the outside ain't always what's going on in the inside, right?
100%.
Explain with not too much detail. I don't give away too much in the book, you understand. But please break down what happened to enable you to create and document.
The book was based on my life. I was incarcerated in Jamaica at the age of 22.
Incarcerated in Jamaica. Right. My first question is, how the hell did you go? How did you get in Jamaica? How did you get there? What happened?
Well, actually, I started going to Jamaica when I was 15. My mum couldn't take it no more. Like I said, I was kicked out for high school. She couldn't take me no more being in England. Police were bang out to try to get me so bad. Police were always wanting me. They came to me, said I did it on robbery at the age of 15. You know, the robbery they said I did, the armed robbery they said I didn't do, because I was actually on an ID parade with the police the same day the robbery happened. So my alibi was actually the police. That's how much the police want me. They weren't doing their homework.
How many times were you in and out of, ranging from ID parades to jails to court?
I've been to courts. I've been caught quite a lot of times, but I've bust a lot of cases as well. I bust a lot of cases. I was in jail when I was 15. No, 16. 15. In the 15. 15. Come 16. 15. I was in jail, but I was in Jamaica for drug trafficking. I was drug trafficking at the age of 15. And
damn,
I was done for robbery a few times.
In Jamaica and
over here, sniper robbery, other type of robberies over here. I was arrested for, got off most charges. You know, I was charged a few times for robbery. Got done for possession of marijuana.
Which sounds minor in the grand scheme of things.
I was done. So at age 15, Mum said, "No, you can't be here no longer. Like, it's too much."
This sounds like a weekly thing. She was enduring your actions on a weekly basis. Was that?
I wouldn't say weekly basis. It happened regular from age 11 to 15. It happened a lot,
But you were never home. You were always out.
I won't say never always home. I was actually a really good child. That's the thing about it. In home, I was a great child.
But you, like you're saying, you kind of end up being steered there.
That's the thing is, I was a great child at home. My mum could have no problem saying that, man. When the school asked her, like, when I was getting bullied out of different schools, what's he like at home? She said he was great, and I was great. That's the thing is, I wasn't showing my emotions when my stepfather was doing what he was doing. I just knew I'm going to get my own on somebody out of the streets. I was running from home at times, coming back. But majority of the time I said I was in my mum's house. Majority of the times I was at my mum's house.
But there was definitely a point where she was like, well, I can't take this anymore.
Yeah, there's a point because the police. I said the last time she couldn't take them was when the police came to my house and said, you know what, this guy did armed robbery, he did an armed robbery at the age of, they said this is armed robbery, I was 15 if I remember correctly, and they said to me that I did it, but that time I was actually on ID parade in Brixton. So the time the robbery actually happened, so the morning they came for me. When they look back on the date, they said the robbery happened maybe say a week or 2 weeks ago or whatever.
Well, they didn't do the math. They didn't.
Nah, it's because the police wanted me. They used to walk on the streets and call me by my first name. Like, all right, hey, Mr. Stephen, oh, you...
Really?
You don't know me. Like, they try to make...
Torment.
Yeah. You know, but I'll play into their game, so I'd argue with them, and sometimes they'd come out and, you know, rough you up and that, but it wasn't wise, and I should have just not even answered them, just let them be. You get me? Like, you're young, you're ignorant, you don't really understand. You get me?
It's cat and mouse, isn't it?
Yeah, playing games, and we're playing. That's what I tell a lot of people, don't feed into their foolishness. Do you get me? Because they do it a lot to young people today. They still do it.
Really?
You get me? Yeah, they still do it to young people. You see them all the time stopping young people, and unnecessary stopping,
Do you know what I mean?
unnecessary searching, and criminalising young people.
Yeah.
Just if you keep stopping a person and making a person feel like, you get me? You only can paint that picture for them to do it if they are doing it or not doing it. Do you get me?
Yeah, that's right.
You're not helping to change the situation.
It's just
bullshit.
But
yeah, so I was 15, then I went to, Mum sent me to Jamaica. I couldn't stay, so I had to come straight back. But when I came back, I actually had a robbery charge on my head, if I remember correctly. I had a robbery charge on my head and I went. And then when I came back, because this case, I knew I was going to win it. Well, this lawyer said, I know I'll go jail for it. So she goes to me, come back. And then...
Right, so this robbery charge was pending on you in the UK, but you were in Jamaica, or was it pending in Jamaica?
No, UK.
UK.
Yes, I went to Jamaica.
Right. Okay.
Mum risked herself sending me to Jamaica so I can get rid of this case because, like I said, the police arrested me for robbery that I didn't do. Do you get me? Mum was like, too much of it.
Okay.
So anyway, so when I'm back in the UK, it's like, if I remember correctly, I couldn't stay here because there was just problems. So I ended up going back to Jamaica again. Mum said, this time you got to make it work. And when I went to Jamaica, I had wars. The first week I went to Jamaica, I had a war with the top man's son. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my God.
It's all stupidness as well.
Was it? So it wasn't. It was a minor. It was like a personal
It was
thing.
my ego. This is my ego. I was young and didn't understand. My ego got the better of me.
Okay.
He said something which I could have overlooked again. Like I said, sometimes a lot of us don't realize that one split second in your life can make a difference in your life. 1 second, just click of a finger.
Just by saying something, or just something.
Just something you do. Just whatever. A man can say something to somebody, and the wrong thing you said, and it creates a problem. A man, a woman likewise can say something to somebody, creates a problem. Sometimes we need to learn to think before we talk, and think before we act. Again, we're not really taught how to do our emotions.
So
how we say things.
What happened once you had that
Altercation in Jamaica? Yeah. I came back to England.
again?
Yeah. I came back to England about 3 times in 1 year. 4 times in 1 year.
Really?
Yeah, when I was 15, 16. I was 16.
Well, for different accounts of things that were just
keep bubbling. I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stay in England. I couldn't stay in Jamaica. I just couldn't settle my mind. I was always in some kind of problems. And then technically, I ended up going back to Jamaica when I was 16. Stayed till I was 19. Got myself in crazy problems out there.
in what kind of problems?
I had myself in a lot of problems with people in regards to like violence, and then there was a guy who saved my life one time, and it was a good friend of mine. He saved my life, but we was all kind of drunk and high on weed and that, and he disrespected my brethren, and I ended up cutting him up still.
Did you?
But yeah, so I had to leave Jamaica because people wanted to charge me, but he didn't want to charge me anyway. But I just had a lot of problems going on in Jamaica, a lot of things going on.
And so this was 16 to 19, so that's what,
3 years?
3
Just
years,
3 years, 3 years in Jamaica.
So you were there for quite a period of time.
But I couldn't settle.
And there was a lot of altercations like that where you would
in
just...
Jamaica.
Man, because it's only a small island, man.
Yeah. A lot of
How far can you run?
A lot of occasions in Jamaica, and then I ended up leaving.
Did you have to go hide? Did you have to go into digs or anything?
No. What a situation. You stand there and do what you got to do.
Really?
Yeah.
So did you feel like paranoid like after a while where...
Not really.
Really?
When you're young and you got this false ego, when you're really about your thing, you got false ego in it. It's a false ego that you engulf yourself with a false ego. That's you can handle your business. Yeah. I won't say immortal, but you understood that you can lose your life, but at the same time you also know to yourself you're doing what you're doing. A lot of young kids don't realize what they get into when they get into the streets. When you get in the streets, you're really into it. You have to have that thought in your mind as well. Like really, I allowed myself to accept that thought that I can die or go to prison.
But a lot of people think that, a lot of people away from the streets would almost consider losing their life the highest of, the thing you don't want to have happen. Like,
yeah, no one does. No man on the street wants it to happen. But at the same time, it comes with the territory, innit? When you really accept when you really accept the path you're on, it comes with the territory. It's like a carpenter accepts his tools, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's good at his craft.
Yeah.
A man accepts the streets. If you really accept the streets, you're good at your craft.
But the thing
but doesn't mean you're psychologically correct.